Hey guys, looking for a nice early game shield that gives Shroud resistance? The Pikemead's Bulwark is a shield that gives you 8 block, 17 parry power, and 8% Shroud resistance. This shield does have more blocks than the level 8 Rising Fighter shield, but 3 less parry power. I found it to be a little bit better to use just because of how often you kind of find yourself randomly wandering into the Shroud while exploring at such a low level. To get this shield, you need to obtain the Carpenter NPC, which is located east of the starting point in the Shroud. Once he's collected, he'll give you the quest called the Queen's Tomb, where he just basically wants you to go diving into the Tomb of the Queen and see what riches are there. To find this area, it is located to the north of the starting area, or northeast of the Spring Land's ancient spire, is a place called the Mistbury Catacombs. You have to go just beyond the area called Hill of Scavengers, or the arena where you fight the Scavenger Gorger Matron. Now this area is just down below where you'll find the door, so if you follow the hill upward and you're kind of in some giant castle ruins, you'll want to kind of jump off the hill and go down below. Once you enter into the front door, to the right and left of the door is a riddle that reads, "One to glory, one to ice, one to rule, and one to life. One is far left to the eldest most regal. The beak of the eagle rips high clouds and skin. Blood taints the snow as skin pierces kin. Go right for the youngest. Child of lyre, a voice to inspire. Cross the sea of despair and find the ocean's heart there. Inside the main room, along the spine, aching, one above, one below, both hidden, waiting." When I read this the first time, I knew it was meant to indicate that one's up, one's high, and then it was kind of talking about two that were hidden. However, these other two being mentioned that they were hidden was not something I put together until much later. The first, you can simply follow the pathing to the left and make your way up. The remaining buttons, however, are a little bit more difficult to find. The next button I found after the first button was on accident, and it is kind of pretty easy to get to from the beginning. However, if you remember from the riddle, it mentions one above, one below, both hidden, waiting. This is the button that you're supposed to see from the middle of the bridge that's in the middle of the room, and is technically hidden and on the bottom. This is not the button on the right through the Sea of Despair. This is a button that you're going to want to shoot from the middle if you follow the riddle correctly. However, once I figured out that that's what you're supposed to do and I understood the riddle, I knew that the next button was going to be in the middle and above. So I was able to find the third button up above to the right of the door. The final button is located to the right as mentioned by the riddle, but there's a locked door that you cannot pick or break. For this final button, you have to go underneath through the Ocean of Despair. This is actually an interesting way to tell you that you must go through monsters and their spawners. The first spawner is to the right of the door where the buttons light up. You'll have to go into the Shroud where you'll find a door. Through the door is a spawner for bugs. Kill the bugs and the spawner. Go into the wall past the spawner, hook a right, and climb across the chained wall. Once on the other side, there will be an archer and an explosive barrel. Now, I missed this the first time, but the archer is standing in front of a spawner. Break it and go into it. This is where you'll find the fourth button there. Now that the door is open, you can enter the Queen's Tomb and loot the Pikemead's Bulwark for the additional Shroud resistance. I hope you found this helpful, as I know I spent way too much time here. Happy hunting.